Teaching is one of the hardest jobs in the world for many reasons. You don't clock out and leave your teaching job at the end of the day. You bring it home with you, and it's something that can consume your life. It can be thankless, and it requires a person to constantly self-reflect and grow for the duration of their career. You'll get an onslaught of criticism, and you are never a finished product in teaching. It is an ongoing journey of simultaneous challenges.
Tiffany is a moderate-severe special education teacher in the El Rancho Unified School District who is participating in the Teacher Support and Induction Program. She, as well as all teachers in the state of California, complete a 2-year on-the-job training required of them in order to clear their preliminary teaching credential they received when they finished their university teacher preparation courses. Just like other important professions, such as doctors and nurses, a strong residency is required. And for teachers, that residency is a mentored induction program during their initial years in the classroom to provide them with invaluable support as they lay the groundwork to become accomplished teachers.
The biggest thing my mentor Yami did for me this year is to be my encourager, my supporter. There were definitely points during this year where I felt overwhelmed and underqualified, but Yami was there to be my sounding board and to help me out just by venting frustrations. I mean, very few people in my life know what it's like to be a full-time teacher, so it was really falling on deaf ears every time I spoke to him about that. But Yami helped me push through the long stretches of the year.
Newly hired teachers who participate in the induction program, such as Ryan Reyes, collaborate weekly for a minimum of 1 hour with an assigned induction mentor. Induction mentors are trained to provide consistent, just-in-time professional support to their assigned teachers. New induction teachers are matched with their mentor based on similar credentials, curricular area, grade level, and/or school site. Such was the case with Andy Chang, a new high school teacher who speaks of his work with his mentor, Valerie Carilla.
My instructional manager, Miss Carella, was just a fantastic mentor. She provided me with everything that I needed, any time of the day. Whenever I had an idea for the very next lesson, I would just sit down and talk about it with Val, and we would just kind of bounce ideas back and forth on how to improve the overall structure as well as the product and engagement of students for that lesson. Whenever I had a question or concern that just needed to be addressed right away, my instructional manager was just always there for me.
One main purpose of the induction program is for each teacher to develop an individualized learning plan. Amaryllis Velasco is a new English teacher at El Rancho High School, who, with the guidance of her mentor, Charlene Brown, developed an individualized learning plan, as well as set professional goals grounded in the California standards for the teaching profession.
So setting goals in this program really helped me a lot because it gave me something to strive for. I would make my initial goal, and then once I actually did make that goal, I felt like I needed to exceed it almost. And even though I didn't fulfill every last one of them, I did feel content with what I did because you have to go based off of your students as well. So now I know what I need to strive for even for next year. I feel like the goals were very helpful because, again, teachers, we never completely stop being students ourselves. And if we don't have goals or we don't want to keep learning, then we just kind of remain stagnant. So I think that it was very important, especially for my growth.
Ms. Velasco's students can feel her desire to be a better teacher while she strives to accomplish her professional goals. This is how one student responded when asked what evidence she saw that demonstrates Ms. Velasco is a hard-working teacher who cares.
I know that my teacher cares because she always offers her own personal time to us before, at lunch, and after school. She also helps us with essays from other classes, or if we need someone to edit or read a paper, she is there for us. She always makes time for us and always makes the classroom a safe and interesting environment. If we are down or something is wrong with us, she is there for us.
Students also share how much they have learned from their new high school math teacher, Miss Cecilia Zatkim, when it comes to setting and striving to achieve goals at school and in life.
One of the things that I have learned from my teacher is that it is okay to fail. She constantly reminds us that we are capable of achieving our best work. My teacher doesn't really like it when we give up before we even try. She also reminds us that it doesn't matter what you look like or how much self-doubt you have, as long as you keep practicing, you're going to get better.
Induction teachers and mentors meet each week to engage in professional development activities, then reflect together to discuss how each experience helped them improve their teaching and learning. A new middle school Spanish teacher, Angel Gonzalez, and his mentor, Elizabeth Hernandez Schaefer, share their experience.
As a new teacher, creating the professional goals helped me stay focused, and to see my growth by reaching the goals made me feel accomplished. I have felt that I have someone to rely on when I have a situation that demands guidance from a mentor teacher that has great amounts of knowledge.
Becoming a mentor allowed me to expand professionally. I was able to see things through a new perspective. I learned about self-reflection, and I was able to improve my own practices.
Summer Parde, a first-year induction mentor, shares her experience working with Tatiana Sanchez, a new English teacher at STEAM Academy, in setting and achieving professional goals based on the California standards for the teaching profession.
When I think about how goal setting with my participating teacher has helped me improve as a teacher or mentor, the thing that comes to mind is it really did provide me with the opportunity to look at my own classroom routines, how I communicate with families, how I differentiate instruction for ELs and for special needs.
Each induction teacher is observed twice a year by their mentor as a way to provide first-hand feedback to the challenges and struggles that come with teaching and striving to meet the unique needs of students. Tatiana Sanchez shares how being observed helped her grow professionally.
It was probably the most stressful yet also rewarding aspect of the induction program for me. Being able to have a fellow teacher in the room observing my instruction, someone who was directly familiar with the behavioral and academic personas of my students because she had them all last year, proved invaluable to me as a new teacher because she anticipated the struggles I would most likely have and had ready solutions and ideas to address them. She didn't sit in judgment of my concerns or areas of growth, but rather she reassured me of my strengths as well as the fact that I was already a wonderful teacher, and that was something I needed to hear.
A longtime induction mentor, Arlene Anaya, an elementary teacher at South Ranchito Dual Academy, explains how conducting a classroom observation is a collaborative effort where both pre-observation and post-observation conversations are key to the success of effective teacher learning and growth.
Every time I have observed a teacher teach their lesson, I am reminded of the collaboration and the partnering that we did prior to that day. I know that the lessons I observe are focused on best practices of that lesson. When we debrief, we focus on the goals and the students' data to measure the lessons. I know that I have used several ideas when planning my own lessons and my PBL units.
When new and veteran teachers share these valuable and vital opportunities for professional reflection and growth, both improve their effectiveness in teaching practice. Research equates teacher effectiveness to greater student achievement, which gives added meaning to the phrase growth for both, as demonstrated in what the students in Tatiana's class had to say when asked how they can tell that their teacher cares by her hard work inside and outside the classroom.
I know that my teacher cares by her never giving up on us students, and she has high expectations. I learned that to never give up no matter what comes at you. She goes over the work over and over again until we understand. She talks to us individually to make sure we're on the right track.
I can tell that my teacher works hard because my teacher stays as long as she needs to help her students.
Sanchez shows she cares by keeping up with us, whether it be our grades or just listening to us. I learned that I can do whatever I put my mind to. I can tell how hard Miss Sanchez works because she always has her lessons ready and is posting on Google Classroom really late at night.
Teachers and their mentors spend many, many long hours together, collaborating, analyzing, planning, assessing, differentiating, individualizing, modifying, accommodating, and mastering the variety of instructional strategies they provide to the diverse needs of their students who enter their classroom doors day after day after day. The work done within the induction program has lasting impact on the careers of mentors and new teachers, as well as significant impact on the academic and lifelong learning of the students they teach. Yami Flores Orihuela, a high school biology teacher, shares more than 10 years' experience as an induction mentor in the El Rancho Unified School District.
For me, being trained as a mentor has really added to my skill set. I believe it's made me a better teacher, a better site leader, better mentor, and even a better parent. The skills that we learn about and practice are listening, paraphrasing, guiding, mentoring, modeling, and self-reflection. They're all so useful in almost any situation. I can't believe I've been blessed to serve as a mentor for so long. Looking back, I know I haven't just been helping the teachers along the way that I've been able to mentor. I've helped myself and by default the hundreds of students that have passed through my classroom doors. I'm very proud of my professional growth and grateful for this opportunity to have served in this capacity with El Rancho Unified.
Today we celebrate, appreciate, and congratulate all of our induction teachers and their mentors for their professional work throughout the school year. You have shown us the reason why the El Rancho Unified School District Teacher Support and Induction Program truly is second to none. Because of you.